What is up, everyone? Hello, welcome to another a late night edition of Women Crush Wednesday. I don't feel like I've done anything this sexy since I did I think it was like Women Crush Wednesday Gone Wild, and it was CZ, KDP. I think Claus was on there too. That was a good time. I had a really good time with all those ladies. So here we are, and I am super stoked because a lot of the reason that I started doing this stream in particular was to bring other women on who wanted to try out streaming or hadn't really done it before or had really just started to get into our community and wanted to have a bigger audience or whatever. Let me know how everything's going because I think my connection sucks and I apologize in advance. I just went from 5 to 2 viewers. What's up, everybody on the replay? Thanks so much for coming through. Hope you are enjoying this. Again, let me know if it's laggy or things are weird. I'll try and like pause if things get a little crazy with my internet connection. Starlink usually is running great, but every now and then if there's a thunderstorm or if there's clouds up in the sky, the connection can be a little weird. Anyway, sorry, back to what I was saying is that I'm super stoked because Crypto Hostess, Hex Hostess, she's trying to change her name a little bit. But she just, in case you didn't see recently, just posted on Twitter about this whole streaming setup that she's got, and she's going to start doing that. And that just like makes my heart so happy because we really need more. I mean, we need all of us, right? Like, if you have a heart to stream, if you are not shy, if you feel like being in front of the camera is something that you're good at and you want to use your voice to bring more people into this community, then please do so. And if you need a platform to test that out, to try it out on, and specifically if you're a woman, come hang out with me on a Wednesday and we'll get you up and running. So without further ado, so again, do you prefer Hex Hostess or Crypto Hostess?
So I'm currently transitioning.
Okay.
I've literally, at the moment, Hex Hostess is fine because it's on Twitter. So
Okay.
I actually tried to update it last night to Crypto Hostess, and now I'm in Twitter jail.
Limbo, yeah,
So
I know that.
Yeah, of course. So we'll just go with Crypto Hostess. That's cool.
All right,
either
awesome.
of them.
Excellent. All right, Crypto Hostess. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I've been a fan of your content for a while. I really love all the positivity that you bring. Just like being healthy and doing good things, and right, that's definitely my vibe and that's my jam. And so I get especially excited when I see other women not just talking about that, but also being a part of this, Richard Heart ecosystem or crypto in general, right? Like if you're talking about health and wellness and you're talking about crypto, I'm like, who are you? What you're doing? Like let's talk, let's vibe. Yep. 100%.
Absolutely. And I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree. Like I love your attitude towards life and the positivity. It just radiates because I mean, at a fundamental level, we're energy, vibrations, frequency. And I'm a big believer that what you put out is the vibration that you attract as well. So
yes, absolutely. So with that all being said, we're just going to get right into it. And, with having that vibration, going out there, right? Which is a little, makes me think about my own journey into this ecosystem. I was already looking for it, right? Like I knew jack about crypto. I didn't know who Richard Hart was at all, but I knew that I wanted financial freedom. And I knew that there was something greater out there that I maybe hadn't found yet or needed to discover. And lo and behold, that kind of ushered me into this ecosystem. How did you find out about Richard Hart or Hex? Like what got you in here? And, like what, I guess, like, yeah, what's your, they call it the origin story, right? Like, how did you come to this community?
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much for the question. So when was it? Sort of mid 2021. I'd come on a bit of a journey. So 2020, I actually left my 10-year career in insurance. So my previous role, I was a business insurance broker, corporate life, 9 to 5, typical rat race style. And then COVID hit and that kind of my world just came crashing down. It was like, oh, what am I doing? This is hectic. Long story short, I actually decided I wanted to study veterinary nursing. And I did that for a year. So I completed my first year. And then by the end of that year, I was like, I can't do this. It is actually, you think, oh, I'm going to help save the animals and stuff. It's actually really, really hard to do, kind of environment to be in. So what I did from there, I was a little bit lost and confused, and I had some travel and stuff planned. And I've always been very curious, a very curious person. And there was a guy at my gym, and he just, I don't know, he came out one day and he was like, yeah, I'm retired from crypto. And I'm like, who is this kid? Anyway, we got chatting and stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. So I started doing my own research, DYOR, as you do. And the more I kind of went down the rabbit hole of crypto, the more I actually really liked. I really, not just the idea that you can obtain financial freedom, but also the fact, you're cutting out middlemen. I really don't like banks. I don't like the government. And it kind of just gives you back control of your own money. So what I did is I started doing some online courses. I think they cost like 20 or 30 bucks or something like that. And there is a lot of content online as well that I was reading or watching videos, etc. And I reached a point where I kind of just wanted someone, like, I'm a very one-on-one person. I like to just do things hands-on or be in real life, if that even makes sense. In such a digital world, like, I like to be in real life. And so there was this app called Hire a Guru or something rather. And I came across this profile and it was like, okay, I had no profile picture. And it was like crypto professor. I'm like, all right, let's give it a go. I may or may not get murdered by engaging services of this random person with no profile picture. Anyway, I ended up, meeting this dude named Brandon, and he's still a very good friend of mine now. And he showed up and he had this Hex hat on and a Hex t-shirt. And I was like, who is this? Who is this dude? Like, what is this Hex business? What is he doing? We sat down and we had a chat, and because I'd learned a bit myself anyway. And that's essentially the first time that I saw Hex. And within, seriously, about 2 weeks of knowing what Hex was and seeing what he had achieved, he's now retired and actually working on a crypto education business. Basically, I was just like, yeah, I was sold. I loved everything that I seen about Hex, the community. I fell in love with Richard Hart as well. And the more, I guess, content I consumed from the community, just the more I fell in love. So that is my little story into Hex.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if I heard that right, that was your intro into crypto as well.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, it was.
You didn't really crypto. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much just like, bang, you're in crypto and now you're in Hex.
Yeah, similar to me. I love that. Like, I feel so fortunate that Hex was my first crypto, right? Like, I went into a little bit of it before, but like, it was kind of like a little like, okay, let me try this out. But then it was hands off and I didn't touch any of it. And then Hex is when I really started to like look into what is this? Like, what am I investing in and how does this work? So, I feel like, those that are in our shoes are so fortunate to have Hex, because it's the gold. To me, it's the gold standard. Like, it's the Hex standard, right? Like, it's even better than gold. Like, it's the most wonderful, asset out there. And
absolutely,
what a cool story. Yeah.
I agree. Yay.
How cool. All right. So with that in mind, what is one piece of advice that you would give to someone like a no coiner, right? Like someone who's just kind of learning about crypto or looking into it. Like, what is something that you would say to them in terms of, like a little piece of advice as they're dipping their toes in the water into crypto?
I'm a huge believer in fundamentals, just with everything. So for me, it would be actually understanding what cryptocurrency is for starters. People wanting to get into crypto, they're flying a million miles ahead, buying pictures of dog coins and chucking their life savings and without actually knowing anything. So my advice would be jump online. There's a ton of free content out there. Even make a small investment into some quality content where you can really learn at a fundamental level what cryptocurrency and even the blockchain technology is, and then go from there. So just learn those basics first, my children. We love the basics.
Awesome. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, cool. Because that perfectly, that's what I thought. It perfectly plays into this next question, because I looked a little bit at your YouTube and what it is that it looks like you're going to start to do. So
Yeah.
tell us about the content that you're creating. Like what is it that you're about to bring to the table? Like what do you want to start streaming about? I saw something about crypto basics, and I think that that's exactly what is needed right now, especially right now. Because I mean, even like for myself personally, I'm trying to figure out, I just met someone on this tour, right? Like I'm driving around doing this crazy bus thing, doing the PulseChain tour.
I love
And
it.
I met someone at a restaurant who was a waiter there, and he was really interested. And I said, look, man, if you really want to know more about this, I have cards made up and you can check out all these different, resources. But hey, if you really want to know how to do this, set yourself up with a MetaMask and then get a hold of me, right? Like if you can't figure it out and you need the next step, you need someone to hold, reach out to me and let me know. Well, he reached out. He was like, hey, I downloaded the app. I have a MetaMask. What do I do now? Right.
Yeah.
And for me, having been in this ecosystem for two-ish years now, it's like, well, shit, like I can't just tell him to buy Hex. Because
Yeah.
we have so
Yeah.
many options now, right? Like, do I tell him to buy Pulse? Do I tell him to buy Hex, EHEX, PHEX? Like what, where do we go with this? So sorry. So I digress. So tell me about what you're about to do. Like, where are you going to go with your content?
Yeah, that's incredible. I love that. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just, because my understanding of crypto, I've been at, just over 2 years now. And, you see some of these expert wizards and you're like, oh my God, I've been in the industry. And sometimes I can't even decipher what is being said. And that's totally okay, because we all start somewhere and everyone's learning. So the content that I'm going to start putting out is essentially just going to be absolute basics. So I asked a couple of my work colleagues, I said to them, do you know what MetaMask is? They're like, no. They knew what crypto was, just real basic things. Do you know what a platform is? No. Do you know what USDT is? No. So what I'm essentially going to do is be producing content that is just going to be explaining, having these simple explanations in layman's terms of what it is. So that's just it. It's just going to be so simple, and then eventually it's gonna kind of progress. So the idea is that people come in and they're like, "Cool, I want to learn about crypto and stuff," and it's going to be like a journey that we can go together. And the way that, in my mind anyway, the way that if even say a year from now, someone new can come in and they can look back at the content that I've created, and it's just going to be steps of progression essentially in the cryptocurrency space. So basic. That's nice. What I'm doing. Your girl basic.
Hey, sometimes we need basic. No, like that's exactly what I was saying is that is absolutely needed. I think so many people, so many content creators in this community, we get so caught up in, we already know the language, right? We've been here for a couple years. We understand what all these terms mean, and we all speak the same language. Well, someone coming from the outside looking in, it's all Greek to them. They have no idea what we're talking about, right? Like, and I even see myself having these moments where I'm trying to explain it to someone and I'm having to just regress, right? Like I have to go back in my mind and be like, okay, do you know what Bitcoin is? Like, have you ever heard the word blockchain? Like, do you know what that is? Right. And then I have to remember how to describe that, right, as someone who's already been in here for so long. And then it's like, right, do you know what Ethereum, like most of the time when I get those questions, or when I ask those questions, they've heard of Bitcoin, they've heard of crypto, right? But then it's like 50-50 on whether or not they know about Ethereum, right? And then like, 90-10 if they know about Hex and Pulse and things like that. So I just commend you, and I am so looking forward to your content, because that is just something that I think that, especially during a bear market, right? Like there's a lot of content creators that I feel like just kind of disappeared, and like myself included, like I
Yeah,
still was making
I get
content.
that.
I'm doing all the sci-fi stuff, but like I had stopped doing streaming for quite some time because I just felt like I had so many other things going on, and then like, what am I
Absolutely.
even going to talk about right now? So I'm happy to be back and be doing this content once more. But I think that there are people who could be creating content on a more basic level like that, that like, I don't know, like what else are they doing? Like, come on, like,
Yeah, yeah.
we need all types, right? Like just because you're going to be doing the basics doesn't mean we can't have like a few other people doing the same kind of thing, right? Because everyone's view is
Absolutely.
going to be different. Everyone's voice
Mm.
is different. And we need all of our voices to come together and to create this beautiful chorus and make things
Mm.
happen, right? Like Richard says, the
Absolutely.
rising tide raises all the ships.
Yeah,
So let's keep
100%.
it
And it's
going.
funny, I went to a blockchain event here in Perth, I think it was last week. And I could just tell, like, even some people in the audience that are obviously new to crypto, or, even curious, were like, when some of the people were speaking, they're just have, they just have no idea what is being said. And that's essentially where I'm going to be. I'm going to be a bridge, like
Good.
a bridge into crypto, and anyone else is totally welcome to join as well. If someone wants to go ahead and think, great, that's a cool idea, I'm going to create basic content. I think you're absolutely right in saying that the more people that get involved, the better, because we basically, in the online world of crypto, we're actually very, very small percentage in real
Yes.
life.
Yep.
And it's so easy to get caught up in our own crypto world that we forget that everyone around us doesn't actually know about it,
Hmm.
or or there's just this general consensus that, oh, crypto, oh my god, it's a scam, blah blah blah. And
Right.
that's not because they are stupid or anything. It's just because they're not educated, and it's all about education. And I really do feel sometimes, someone asks a question and it might come across as dumb, but to be honest, the questions that I still ask now, I think it's the most important thing is just asking the question in the first place, because you're not going to know if you don't ask.
Yep.
And even if you might think it's like, oh, it's a dumb question, I don't want to ask it. Just ask away, everyone. Ask away. Like, if I
Yeah.
can answer it, I'll be happy to answer. And then if I'm not able to answer it, I'm sure there's somebody else that can. So, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And
Yeah.
that's also
Ooh.
another good, you kind of brought up like, just being outside of this ecosystem, right?
Mm.
So that's kind of leads into our next question, which is or just like, a statement kind of thing. So
Mm.
share a quote, a mantra, a saying, a song. What is something that uplifts you, especially
Mm.
during this like bear market, and like there's so much like infighting and people are angry about all sorts of different things, right? Like
Yeah.
when you're seeing all that junk on the internet, how do you just step away from that? And what is something that just like, you can pour over yourself to just be calm and like bring back that positive vibe?
That is actually so funny you say that. So I feel like in this bear market, some people, they're kind of like becoming disengaged, or they're just focusing too much on the charts and they're letting it affect their mood. And I have decided to start making content because it's going to keep me busy.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, don't worry about all that. I'm just going to create content. So what I do is so my dog keeps wanting to come up. Come, Stanley.
Oh,
Here's my baby. Oh, you can see him.
yeah.
He
So
keeps
cute.
me busy too. He's a little Italian greyhound, and I
Aw.
swear he's like having. I don't have children. He's like having a child. So,
Oh, I get
yeah.
you. I've got a cat I've had for 16 years, so I'm right there with you.
Oh, so my crazy dog mom over here. Yeah. So basically, a big part of, I think, trying to, I guess, cut out a lot of the negativity is, I'm aware of what goes on, but you need to protect your own energy. So even if you're unfollowing certain accounts that are, coming across as negative, or whatever, that's actually, it's nothing to do with them. It's just about keeping your mind nice and healthy. So a big mantra that I use is, well, it's very simple because I do meditate every day. I'm quite spiritual. I like my yoga and meditation. I love going on breathwork journeys as well. So a big mantra that I use is, it's very simple. Okay. It is, I am here now. I am here now. And why I just got shivers. Why I use that is because we live in a society where everyone is moving in such a fast lane that people are becoming, somewhat disengaged and not really present. So quite often, I mean, I do it myself. Like we're all human. We're all human. So quite often we're thinking about what's going to happen in the future, or we're caught up about what is happening in the past, and we need to remember that the only true time is the present. So that is the mantra that I use. I am here now, and it just helps keep me grounded and mindful.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. It's super reminiscent. I won't be able to tell you what book this is from, but years ago, one of my best friends told me this line, and he said it was from a book that he read, and it's very similar. He said, like in the book, basically, it's a line of questioning. It's, what time is it, and where are you? Where are you? You're here.
Exactly.
What time is it? It's now. Right. So I like your mantra, because it basically takes that concept and just puts it into kind of one sentence, right? Like, I am here now, right? That's what you said.
I am here now. Absolutely. I am here
perfect.
now. Yeah. I'm nowhere else. I'm right here, right now, girlfriend.
Yep. Because just like you said, so often, and especially in crypto, like we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we and that's how we connect, right? That is how we find, one another, and we are jiving with each other, and we're, as much as we try, right? Like people like us uplifting.
Yeah. Oh, connection. Is that me? No, I'm
back?
still here.
Am I back?
Oh,
am I here now? I'm here now. Am I here now?
Yeah. You are here now. You are here now.
All right, Elon, keep my satellites going, bruh.
Come on, Elon. Hook us up, bruh.
All right. So yeah, basically just all that to say, I resonate with that 100%. And thank you for sharing that. Okay, let me go back.
Just drinking some BCAAs, branch chain amino acids. It's good for recovery because I exercise a lot. So anyway.
Well, hey, again, great segue. That kind of leads into our next question. What is something that you love to do outside of the crypto space?
So I'm very active. I am either at the gym. I have actually competed in boxing as well at an amateur level. So that's pretty cool. My last fight was, what are we now? Year and a half ago. So I'm a bit rusty. I recently started getting back into boxing, and I was actually going to start preparing for a fight. I did want to go pro. But my body is like, no, girlfriend, just have a break, because I started getting a bit of pain in my shoulder. So I'm still training, still hitting the bags and stuff, but I'm not going to I've decided not to go ahead with the pro fight, because it does take up, like when you're training for a fight, it's like consumes your whole life, and you really need to be, you kind of just can't be half in, half out. You have to be 100% in. And it's just a matter of priorities. That's not a priority in my life right now, but I still absolutely like to stay fit and healthy. I like to spend time with my doggy dog. So he goes to daycare twice a week.
Nice.
And and I'm like a part of the Italian Greyhound community here in Perth, and they have birthday parties and like little Italian Greyhound meetups. So that's super fun. But yeah, outside of crypto, I also work in a supplement store. So like sports nutrition supplement store, and I absolutely love it. And it's such a different dynamic from being in corporate. The pay is terrible. It's minimum wage, but it is seriously one of the best jobs I've ever had. Like people come in, you know, they're all wanting to get healthy, and it's a good vibe. There's no stress. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Staying active, staying fit. Oh, my dog's gone crazy. Stanley, what are you doing?
Stanley.
Stanley, what are you doing? He's just staring at me. But
he's like, who are you talking to?
Take me for a walk. He's got his piggy. Have you got your piggy? Yeah, this is how I talk to my dog. So he's my best friend.
As he should be. As he should
Totally.
be. You're doing
so,
it right.
I'm pretty low key. I like to, you know, on my days off, I like to just, jump on Twitter, meditate, go for hikes when it's a bit warmer. It's pretty cold
lovely.
here in Perth at the moment. I love the outdoors, love nature. I also like to do yoga, specifically yin yoga. It's like yin yoga is when you do a pose. It's like a stretch, and you hold that stretch for like 5 minutes. So,
wow.
God, so good. I know it's so good. So I live a very, I guess, holistic lifestyle. I'm very peaceful. And yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. That's just totally where I'm at.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's definitely why we jive. Like, I'm super into that. I actually just, for the first time in not a year, but months, probably just got back to my mat, because that used to be a habit of mine. Like, I would do yoga. I don't think I did it every day. Well, I think there was a good span of time where I was touching my mat every day. But at this point, I've been working out. I've been in the gym more this year than ever in my life. And I really like that. I love that I'm doing a lot of strength exercises, and I feel strong. I'm feeling more confident. I'm finally seeing results in my body in different ways that, like, I haven't before with other different kinds of exercise. Like, I was doing running for a minute, and that just like it turned me into a board, right? Like, ass, chest gone. Like, I was just a stick, you know? Like, so I lost a lot of weight, and like that was fine and all, but like I lost all the weight, right? Like, I lost the weight in places I didn't want to lose the weight. So I'm trying to just like I want to build muscle, right? I feel very strong.
Damn, girl. You are what, girlfriend? You already have muscle.
So that's, you know, it's fun. Like, and I've had this like kind of mantra that I want to be fit, you know, for quite a while. So, but I think that partnering yoga with the gym is something that's going to really take the game to the next level, because I can tell that there are stretches I need to do. You know, my body like reacts very well to the gym, and I think that the yoga aspect of it is going to keep me healthier in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
yoga
maybe
definitely is good for mobility.
Oh, hold on, say that again.
Oh, sorry. So yoga is definitely a good, especially if you're going to be training at the gym, lifting heavy. It really helps with that mobility and flexibility.
Yeah, exactly. We'll definitely chat more offline about all that kind of stuff, because
for sure.
I'm stoked to learn more about that. And then let's see, question number 6.
And then what's that off? That's a movie, isn't it?
What was that? Oh, it's from a movie. It is from a movie. Yeah. I forget what movie.
And then
I think I can see Pauly Shore, the actor, in my head saying that. I feel like that's who that was.
I'll have to Google this afterwards. It's going to annoy me now.
Tell me first, what is your YouTube channel? So
my YouTube channel is at, what do we call them? Handles. This is they're called handles. The at. This is how like noob I am. So it's at Crypto Hostess. So everything I've actually got at Crypto Hostess on every platform. I do have it on Twitter, but it's on hold on another account because I'm in the naughty Twitter jail. So I can't actually change it at the moment. So essentially that's going to change as well, but it'll just be at Crypto Hostess on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
I just linked it in the chat. I forgot to do this in the description, but I'll add it to the description after we are done with our stream.
Cool.
So definitely sub to her. I'm so excited. Do you know, like, do you know when you're going to do your first stream yet? Do you have it like set up?
No. I'm just winging it, girlfriend. I have this thing in life. It's like, sometimes you just got to go ahead and just, even if you have no idea what you're doing, just start, just do it.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to start with the TikToks.
Okay. That's great, man. Like, more power to you, because I could not get into it. Like, I tried doing the TikToks with my sci-vibe quotes, and it just wasn't going anywhere for me.
So yeah, to be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with the TikToks and the Instagram, YouTube, and to be honest, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea, but it's going to be good. So stay tuned.
Yeah,
I'm really
absolutely.
selling myself, aren't I?
And TikTok is super, like, it's such a big, like, I hear so much about how big of a market that is and how many people tune into that, you know, like, I personally don't have the bandwidth to do it. So, like, you know, it excites me when other people that are doing content want to do TikTok and want to do Instagram, because I think that can reach a lot more people. Because again, as small as crypto is on YouTube and Twitter, right? I feel like it is a little more concentrated. Like, we have more of a voice in those markets than we do on Instagram or TikTok. So that's kind of the place where we need to start punching through and, like, you know, getting, yeah, exactly. I love it.
I see what you did there.
Nice. So that was question number 6, is basically, where can we find you? Like, the links are in the description, and I'm going to add your YouTube there as well, but go ahead and shill yourself.
Shill myself. Okay.
Shill yourself.
So I am essentially the type of person, I'm just going to tell it how it is. When I'm going to be creating my content, I don't actually plan anything. I will get an idea in my head. I'm like, boom. And then I'm going to be like, making the TikToks. That's just how I roll. I don't sort of pre-plan. I don't go on with scripts or anything. I like to just speak from the heart. So if you are wanting someone who is just open and honest, girl's right here. I like to think I'm a bit of fun, and I've got an amazing co-host, Stanley, the Italian Greyhound. In saying that as well, on the serious side of stuff, a big part of, because I was in the insurance industry for 10 years, a big part of business insurance is risk management. So I'm a big believer as well in portfolio diversification, risk management, and security. So along this journey, that, you know, that's going to be something that I'm going to be talking about quite a bit too, because I think that's huge, absolutely huge. So yeah, it's going to be fun and funky and random. Totally random.
I love it. That is fantastic. I'm very much on that page as well. Like, that's part of the reason I have the same format for a couple of the shows I do, because it's either I'm doing the exact same thing, which I like the Women Crush Wednesday show, and then my Building Hexaco show on Fridays. Different guests, same questions every single time. It makes it super simple for me. I like that kind of format. But then on the other end of the spectrum, and I haven't done this in a minute, and I've really missed it, and I kind of want to do another one of these streams because it's been such a long time, but I'll just do random live streams from the road and just, you know, just like stream of consciousness, like just whatever it is, like I'm thinking of, or whatever it is I want to say. And that's a lot more interactive with the chat. So in case y'all haven't noticed, like I don't really address the chat on my Friday streams for Building Hexaco or my Woman Crush Wednesday streams. Mostly because this is all about my guest. Right? Like I had Hexo on last Friday, and like I don't usually do chat stuff, but that's kind of Hexo's thing, right? Is like he's super into like interacting with the chat and stuff. So I felt like I kind of had to.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I love the, you know, just the, I don't know what the word, like the sporadic, the random like creativity that comes from just like being off the cuff, right? And not having a script or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be like 1 a.m. I'm like, all right, let's go, fam, in the pajamas. Like, you know, I love that. And that's often where, you know, as a creative, that's often where when the ideas come, when you're lying in bed or when you're in the shower or whatever, it's not like, I can't just sit there and be like, all right, let's have a plan. It's just like, okay, boom, something come to me, something come to me, something come to me. Another thing as well that I haven't mentioned that I would eventually like to tap out into is actually interviewing people on the street. I think that'll be really, really cool. Just like about crypto, and just, I think that'd be cool. And that's, I guess, one of my longer term goals. Once I've built up a following and, you know, I can get a cameraman, or just not necessarily like a fancy cameraman, someone to like hold a camera for me, and editing and stuff. That's something that I would love to do. I absolutely love to do that. Just interview, just random people, general population. I'm going to attack the general population. Your girl coming at you.
Dude, that's brilliant, because especially a woman, right? Like if you come up and you approach someone, right? Like, and I mean, like, sucks to be all dudes, but that's just, you know, like that's just kind of the way of the world, right? Like women, like if we approach someone, it's a little less like daunting or, you know, weird. Cause like if a dude just comes up to me and starts talking, you know, talking to me, I'm like, what do you want? Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? You know, but like if it's a woman, it's different, right? There's a little bit of a different vibe. So I think you'll be a lot more widely accepted. And I'm gonna pause for a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm back. I just I can see sometimes when things are frozen, like I just want to make sure that I'm still talking. What's up, Hexican girl? Hex token. Hey, I just want to say what's up to the chat. I am so happy that y'all are here. If you didn't see it already, scroll up in chat and get subbed to Crypto Hostess's YouTube. I want to see her go from at least, I think she's got 1 sub right now. I think we need to like crank that up to 100 at least, y'all.
I'm winning at last.
Awesome.
Oh, I see. There's comments. Oh my God. This is how noob I am. I didn't even know. How cool is that?
See? Yeah. So now you can see the comments. What I will do sometimes is I'll have like, so you can see our private chat, and then you can see the comment section, which is what's coming up on YouTube. But sometimes I'll actually I'll keep the StreamYard in one window, and then I'll have the YouTube playing on mute in another window. So that way, like I can kind of just like gauge, like I'll go back and forth and just gauge what's happening and what's going on. So like little pro tip for you there. And I'm not a pro, to be honest with you, even though I've been doing this for like a year and a half-ish now, maybe 2 years, I'm still terrible. Like I don't ever share my screen. Like, you know, like Rags to Riches or Crypto Coffee, like they'll do all these little
tutorials
and things where they're just like this little box in the side and they're like pointing at things, and even Hex token. Yeah, you know, like they're really good at doing that kind of stuff. And like I'm still scared to do that because like I don't do it very often, and I'm just like, what if I press the wrong button or something? Anyway, that's right. Yeah, right. We don't want to do that.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. That is so cool. I think I might because at the moment I've got this microphone, but that was for my phone. I think the next step for me is getting like a proper microphone on my computer somehow. You should see my spaghetti mess, honestly, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Literally, there's just cords everywhere. I'm like, it might look super organized, like this looks organized, but in front of me, there's just stuff everywhere. Like it's all happening.
No, I get you. It takes a while to get into the jive of like, you know, like what it is you need, like microphone, light, like how it all works. So I'm glad, I'm glad that you're here, that you're able to kind of like, you know, test the waters a little bit. So our last and bonus question is, what do you love the most about Richard Heart? Or if you've read it, what do you love about Sci-Vive? Or just maybe even something that Richard said if you haven't read Sci-Vive.
So I'm going to go with Richard Heart. And the reason why I love him is because if you take out all his achievements, you're still left with a decent human being. He's kind, he's compassionate, he wants to make the world a better place. And I'm huge on that. Like what he's achieved is incredible, but at the base level, he's just an amazing human being as well. And that's what I love about him the most is he's come from nothing and essentially built up built this empire, and he just wants to see everyone achieve. So yeah, that's why we love him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yay!
I'm trying to type to someone. I should probably just say it. I have this weird thing happen. I'm curious if anyone else is ever having this kind of experience, because it only happens on some streams. If y'all look at the chat right now, you see where I've got that little winky face? Well, before that winky face, I had a whole sentence. Yeah, and then I typed the winky face or any emoji. If I type a sentence, sorry, my sweet cat needs my attention. If I type a sentence and then I have an emoji at the end of it, it deletes my entire sentence and just sends the emoji. Does anyone else ever have that happen, or am I tripping? And it's not every stream. It's like some streams that'll happen, and some streams it'll be fine, and I can type a thing and then type an emoji because I love emojis. Okay, I put a lot of emojis.
I like emojis too.
So
love a good emoji.
Yeah, if you see this on the replay or you're watching it right now, let me know if you have any idea about that issue or if I'm just losing my mind, because it bugs me. It does.
We've all lost our minds, girlfriend. We've all lost our minds.
Hexagon girl, she's got it. Like, okay, all right. Hex Token says it happens to him, and Hex Token, it's not every stream, right? It's like some streams it'll work and some streams it won't, and I don't understand. I don't know why. But this cat's real cute.
Oh my god, how cute! Oh, your baby's so cute. Oh, I can hear my dog in the background. He's attacking the window. There must be something at the window. Yeah, I'm like, Stanley, what are you doing? Stanley, this is my mum voice. Stanley, come back.
All right, well, it's time to tend to our pets. Well, so that's it. That's the end of our show. Is there anything else that you want to add or say or bring to the attention of our viewers here before we go?
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Robert, Claz. Oh, I'm about to say me. Crypto Glider, Hex Biddy, Hex Huddle, Make It Miriam, Tex Hex, Hex
Side effects. I know that guy. Love you, Chris.
Who else we got? Crypto King, Crypto Glider, True Moxie, Crypto Sloth, GC, Crypto Commission. Oh, quite a few people joined. Hex Token, Westcott, Crypto, Rex Tangle, everyone else I missed. Thanks for joining. Like, that's awesome. And thank you so much. Oh my God, my dog is actually going for town on the door.
Oh God.
Stanley. Thank you so much for inviting me. Like, you've popped my streaming cherry, and that's awesome. Like, this has been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to do more, to be honest.
Awesome. Yeah. That's, I'm excited for that as well, and I'm sure the rest of our community is too. So, Crypto Hostess, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for your energy and your time and what you're going to bring to this community. I am really looking forward to it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks for everyone on the replay. And, of course, got to plug the thing real quick, PulseChainTour.com, y'all. We are coming to a city near you. That's right. That's right. That's how we do. But yeah, seriously, like, if you guys are in the area, or even if you're not, if you're across the pond and you want to come hang out, we got cities all over the US where we're going to be having a good time. So come have fun with us, learn a little bit more about crypto and this ecosystem. Bring your no coiner friends, because that's what this is all about, right? Like, we're going to bring DeFi to the world. So thank you again, everyone. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you later. Bye.
Peace.
Ding, ding, ding.